Good morning everyone and welcome back. It is currently day 2 of my holiday. I have a week booked off of work and I really wanted to take a week just to relax, spend a bit of downtime before the chaos of Christmas kind of begins, get the house sorted out, go through a few things and kind of get used to my new life. So day 2 has arrived and the house is a shambles. So when I filmed this, it was actually about 5:30 in the morning. My sleep schedule has been all over the place. I've gone from having days where I will sleep for between 12 and 14 hours to days where I will sleep 4 hours and take regular naps. I am very tired, I am very stressed, and this week is not really shaping up to be as I wanted it to be. So I said to everybody just before this week off began that I just want to take a week for myself. Obviously any of you who were here for the last catch-up video will know that my marriage ended. My husband and I separated. He is still living here and everything is very friendly, very amicable, but it is extremely stressful knowing that I'm going into a new kind of chapter of my life where I am responsible for everyone and everything around the house, and so I've been incredibly stressed. So I said to everyone, I just want to take this week for myself. My husband is away. He's gone to Albania with a friend of his, just for a week. It's been booked for a very long time. So he is away and I really just wanted this to be like a nice, relaxing, almost kind of trial week so I can get used to what I need to be doing, what I haven't really thought about, things like that, just getting used to it. So I said to everyone, please just leave me alone. I'm having this week off. Since then, of course, everyone has realised that I've got some time off and of course everybody wants a little piece of me. So I have various appointments coming up. I have the housing association coming round again. I have been really trying to put them off because I'm just so sick of having them in my house all the time. We've got this constant stream of tradesmen fixing all the issues with the kitchen that if they'd just done it at a more reasonable pace wouldn't be issues. They tend to come in and make the issues even worse than they were. I'd rather just deal with them myself. And I'm sick to death of having them in and out of my house. I'm sick to death of waiting in for appointments that get cancelled last minute. I'm tired of changing my schedule, cancelling things to be in for these appointments which they then cancel last minute or just don't bother showing up for. I'm tired of it and I really wanted a break until New Year's. However, they have been hounding me because they now want to do a housing stock check, which they are perfectly within their rights to do. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to schedule it for when I'm off because then it's less stressful. I have time to get the house picked up and clean and tidy, which is what I'm beginning to do today. So that they can have a good look around, identify any more issues that they want to come and turn my life upside down for, and then they can just go away until the new year, in theory. I doubt that will happen. But then I got a phone call from the eye hospital. They want to book me in for an appointment on Friday. I'm having some issues with my eyes. I have central serous retinopathy, which the closest thing I can kind of compare it to is kind of like a hernia behind your eye. So you have this layer of skin behind your eye, behind your retina, and some fluid has kind of popped through that, like a little bubble of fluid has popped through that. And it's getting progressively worse. They've been monitoring it for 2 years now, and I've finally got my referral for laser surgery to my eye, which will basically close the little hole that the fluid is coming through, which is terrifying. I hate the thought of a laser going anywhere near my eye, but if it's necessary, it needs to happen. But of course, they've decided they're going to do that on my week off as well. So I've got to make my way into London, which is really, really stressful. And one thing that they try and tell you when you have this condition is to not stress yourself out. So I'm going through a separation, I'm going into London, I'm having all this stress on me at the moment, and I'm trying not to freak out. But everything's just snowballing this week, and it's been an absolute nightmare. But at the end of the week, next Saturday, I get to go and visit my sister. Just for the day, we are going to go and do some shopping. We're going to have, a coffee, a catch up, just relax and go and do a bit of shopping. And I'm really, really looking forward to it. But again, that's another 2-hour journey each way. So that's 4 hours on the road. Shopping, that's quite stressful as well. And all I really wanted was a quiet week off. Now, I'm not going to cancel my sisters because it's the one thing that I'm looking forward to this week, but it is just another thing that's breaking up my week off, so it's not really a week off, So anyway, I'm pretty stressed at the moment, and my sleep pattern's all over the place, and that is why I am up at 5:30 in the morning cleaning the house. I am freaking out, stressing out that the people from the housing association are going to think that we're slobs, going to think that we're chavs, just going to have this really bad feeling. I've always had this every time anyone is due to come round. It's always a big panic. It's always a quick tidy up. I always worry that they're going to judge the house, and people do. People do judge the house, and everyone can pretend as much as they like that they don't judge your house, but people do. When I go round to houses, I'm not like snooping, but I'm always looking around thinking, oh, I would have done this, I would have done that, I would have had this here, I would have, done this and that and the other. And it's always in the back of my mind, what are they thinking about me? Especially the fact that this is their property and I am just a tenant here. Yes, that is Father Christmas. Sorry, just going to address that. That is Father Christmas. And it is October. I am very aware. I love Christmas. I cannot put into words how much I love Christmas. It brings me calm. It brings me peace. It brings me joy. And I need some of that right now. So I got that beautiful print from Shein, believe it or not. It's an AI generated canvas print. It's nothing particularly fancy or special, but it's beautiful, and it's Santa, and it's calm, and it's lovely, and it's going to be out until Christmas. It might even stay out after Christmas. I don't know, but there he is. So yes, with this very stressful week coming up and this incredibly stressful visit from the Housing Association, where they're going to be poking their nose into every corner of the house, and I'm scared that I'm going to get in trouble for living like a slob, or things not being right or in bad decorative order and stuff like that. I've just not been able to sleep. So I thought today, after that very long rambling intro, that I would do a full house tidy, not a clean, but a tidy. The way I see it, if I can do a clean today, which is Monday, a tidy today, Monday, a clean tomorrow, and then they are coming out on Wednesday, so everything should be clean and tidy and picked up and put away, in theory. Now obviously I'm operating as a single parent at the moment. I don't have an extra pair of hands to cook meals, to run the kids places, to pop out and get little bits of shopping. It's just me. I'm doing okay at the moment. We're having we're having home cooked meals each day because I'm here. We're having quality time sat together in the evenings, which is really, really nice as well. The TV's not blaring out all the time, which is bliss. But that does come with mess, and everyone is getting used to the fact that we have one less person now around the house to help pick things up and do things. Now, my husband's not a bad man, but he's not particularly interested in housework. He never has been. He would occasionally do a bit of washing up, occasionally do a wash load, and he would cook, and that was pretty much his contribution towards the house. So really I'm not doing too much more than I usually would be doing, but it feels like I'm doing so much more. It feels like I'm constantly having to be switched on in my head. I'm constantly having to think about what everyone needs, what I have to do, time scales. I'm getting worried about when I'm back to work next week. I work the evening shift from 4 till 8. I'm only part-time, fortunately, but I work during dinner. So I have to prepare meals for the kids. I say kids, 2 of them are adult now. My son's just had his 18th birthday and my eldest daughter is 19. So I say kids, but you know, the children, 2 of which have grown. I have to prepare meals for them to heat up when they get in from college and work and school. So I'm having to think about that the night before, because I'll need to get meat out to defrost and prepare veggies and stuff like that. So when I come to it in the morning, I can just whack a meal together, stick it in the slow cooker or tray it up for the oven, and then when they all get in, they can warm it up. These little things that I didn't have to think about before. This was kind of the trial week to figure those kinds of things out. Like I say, so far it's going okay, but it's been really significantly more stressful than I had anticipated. I knew it was going to be rough, but I thought it was going to be rough physically, like rushing around trying to do everything. I thought I was going to be physically tired, but it's the mental load that's doing me at the moment. We're doing okay, we're muddling through, everything's fine. Everyone's fed, everyone's warm, everyone's, you know, clean and clothed. Everything is okay, but my anxiety is through the roof. So like I said earlier, my sleep pattern is all over the place, and I thought when I woke up today, it was about 5:10, and I thought, you know, I can either roll over and go back to sleep, at which point I would wake up at about 8 o'clock and be completely unproductive all day, or I can get up at 5:10, have a cup of tea, get dressed, get my thoughts together and just get going. And I set aside this entire day to get the house tidy, and I actually got the whole house done, bar the stairs and landing, by 10:30. So I'm actually quite pleased at how much I did get done with the tidy today. Obviously with the kitchen, I am cleaning as I'm going as well, because it's a kitchen. You don't want to leave crumbs and things sitting around. It attracts fruit flies and all this nasty stuff. So I'm cleaning the kitchen as I'm going, but everything else is just getting a tidy, maybe a dust and a hoover. But yeah, to have it all done that early on, I was quite surprised. I was sitting on the sofa this afternoon thinking, oh, I've set aside all day for this in my head, and now I don't really know what to do with myself. So I ended up getting a few things ready for selling on Facebook Marketplace. The first thing being my treadmill, my little walking pad that you saw in the dining room. It's a great thing, it really is, and I do enjoy using it, but I get very bored, and it's not the loudest machine in history, but it's quite noisy, and when I'm trying to watch something on my tablet or my phone while I'm walking, I can't really hear it properly unless I've got headphones in, and the second I've got headphones in, the kids want to talk to me, or there's a courier at the door or something, and I need to be able to hear. So it wasn't really working out, and in all honesty, at the moment I prefer just going out and walking outside. I am not a huge fan of the cold, so I am aware that walks are going to become less frequent as the winter starts to draw in, but I do like to walk outside, and I actually really love the idea of just bundling up gloves, scarf, hat, winter boots, nice big coat, and just going for a walk in like the frosty air. That's really appealing to me right now. So the treadmill is going to be going. I'm going to be selling that for a little bit of extra cash, which I can put towards Christmas. I'm also going to be getting rid of the battery powered cordless Vax Hoover that I've got. Again, it's totally fine, but because most of my house is carpet, it's not as good as my Shark corded Hoover is at picking things up off carpet, and so it's just sitting in the kitchen, really getting used maybe twice a week for crumbs on the kitchen floor, which I could easily pick up with the shark anyway. So I'm going to be giving that a really good clean, changing out the filters, and then I'll be listing that for sale as well. Again, money to be going towards Christmas now. I don't have a huge amount to buy for Christmas. I've been really quite good over the last few weeks, and I've been buying bits and bobs each week, a little bit of food, a little gifty thing, a little decor thing, etc. I'm actually quite glad that the shops have got their Christmas stuff out so early. It's so funny because I was in B&M the other day with my youngest, and we were looking at the Christmas stuff and we were getting all excited, and you can hear people in the other aisle like moaning and groaning because there's people looking at the Christmas stuff. It's like, really? Let people be excited about things. Don't be so silly. Don't be so, it's ridiculous. Let people be excited. If I want to be excited about Christmas and the shops want to put out their Christmas stuff, let them. Is it really hurting anybody? No. I bet you're excited about getting a new car next year. I bet you're excited about a holiday in 3 years' time. I bet you're excited about finally having the mortgage paid off in 7 years. To me, that's ridiculous. Why would you be excited about it now? You've still got so long. But I'm not going to take the mick out of you for being excited about something. It's so ridiculous. I'm seeing that a lot these days, particularly on social media. People are genuinely finding joy in life, genuinely, in little things. Like for me, Christmas. For other people, I don't know, maybe picking litter off a beach or painting something, and the whole world is just waiting to take the piss. Sorry for my language, but it's so stupid. Just let people enjoy things that they enjoy. It's not hurting you. You don't always have to have an opinion on what everyone's doing. So yeah, rant over. I got some Christmas stuff. I will be doing over on my other channel, which is going to be more kind of vlog, decoration, creating, that kind of thing. I will be doing a little haul probably at the beginning of November, a little bit of a haul of all the Christmas stuff that I've got so far. A lot of it, I've got to admit, I did actually get from Shein. I've deleted the app now because I was spending a fortune on there, but they've got some really lovely cheap little Christmassy things, and it's perfect to start grabbing them now while you've got time for them to be delivered. You can just put them away. They're cheap as anything. You know, they probably won't last for long, but if you're on a low budget and you need some little bits for Christmas, head over onto Shein because they've got some lovely little Christmas things on there. But also, like I said earlier, the shops are starting to get their Christmas stuff in. I know B&M's got theirs. I was in Asda the other day in the home section, and I noticed they've got a few little Christmassy bits coming in, some really nice gorgeous little gingerbread mugs and stuff like that starting to come in. I'm hoping when I go up to my sister's at the weekend that we can do B&M, Home Bargains, Dunelm, The Range, all of these good places, and see what Christmassy bits they've got in. I'm particularly looking forward to The Range. I feel like The Range have got the best Christmas stuff, and I'm really looking out for vintage Santas and nutcrackers. So I've gone from having one big tree in my lounge to having like two slimline trees, one in the window and one will be going over in the dining area by the chaise, and I want one of them to be vintage Santa and one of them to be like a nutcracker theme. And in the kitchen I'm going to have a little dinky tree, probably just like 2 foot or something like that, on the windowsill with kind of gingerbreads on it. I'm excited about that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to going out to all these places with my sister at the weekend and just having a little bit of downtime. So anyway, I went off on a Christmassy tangent there. I hope you guys don't mind. I'm going to get back to kind of what's going on at the moment, and I'm going to kind of, as I'm going around on the video, tell you what I'm going to be doing, plans for certain areas. So in the kitchen, I definitely need to repair the paint behind these bins, because where they came in and plastered, they painted it without priming it, and B, without letting the plaster properly dry. There were still damp patches when they started painting it, so of course paint's chipping off left, right and centre. They've pretty much decided they're not going to do anything about it. They have compensated us, but it's not nearly enough as getting a plasterer in to fix the walls would be. I think they compensated us, what was it, like £300 or something, and with that £300 that's supposed to be enough to get a contractor to come in and strip all the plaster off in the kitchen, the toilet and the bathroom, replaster it, reprime it and repaint it. Not a chance, not a chance. So I've got to fix it myself as best I can, basically. So I'm going to do what I can without damaging anything. So as I'm going around, I'm going to be kind of patching the bits of plaster that have come off already. I'm going to be checking for any more loose bits and just kind of gently removing those and filling those as well. Then I'll need to sand the whole wall back and prime it properly and then paint it, because I think the white, although it looks nice and bright in here, is a little bit too stark for me. I prefer softer tones. White is great and it's bright and it's clean looking, but I want something just a little bit softer. It's very, very hard on the eyes first thing in the morning when you come down. So yeah, I'm going to be redecorating in here. I'm probably just going to go a cream. I did want to put some green in here to kind of carry through from the rest of the house, but I think that might make it look a bit dark. It's a narrow kitchen, like a kind of long narrow galley kitchen, so I think just a nice off-white, just a gentle cream would be fine in here. Unfortunately the cabinets are going to have to stay white. They're brand new, I'm not replacing those, and I also don't want to go to the expense of putting sticky back vinyl on them either. But yeah, that's what's going to be happening in here, and I'll be getting or probably making a radiator cabinet to go over the radiator so it doesn't get splattered with tea and sauces and stuff as people are throwing them near the bin. This is going to be the last outing today for the Vax blade. I can't remember which one it is, but it's the Vax blade. It's great on the hard floors. It's just not as good as my Shark on the carpets, so it's kind of surplus to requirements for me. I think it was a bit of an impulse buy, I won't deny that. I was watching lots of cleaning videos and everybody had the cordless hoovers and it just looked so easy and nice just to wander around with a stick. You're not bound to the wall or anything like that. But in reality, the batteries drain down so quickly. They don't have the power of a corded hoover, and the cord, although it's kind of a pain in the butt in some places of the house, it's not enough to go over to the cordless hoover permanently for me. So that will be the last outing for it today. I'm going to give it a good clean, give it a good service, replace any filters that I can replace, and then I'll get it listed for sale. And somebody who has just full hard floors, which I know a lot of people do, and more power to them because carpets are a nightmare, they can take it off my hands and it will do them brilliantly. In fairness, I was very tempted to put it in the car and just have it as like a car vac, but I think that's a bit ridiculous. It was quite a lot of money, so it'd be better for someone else to have it. So finishing up the kitchen today just with a quick mop. I'm probably going to go around and do all of the floors in the other rooms together once I've finished tidying everywhere else. It's just, it takes the kitchen such a long time to dry. I just wanted to get it done there and then. So up to the bedroom now. There's not all that much that needs doing in here. I'm just going to give the countertops, tables, I'm going to give the tables a quick dust. It does get very, very dusty in here, especially with the big Velux window. I love it and I hate it at the same time. It's great, it lets in lots of light, it lets in lots of heat because it's south facing, but when you do have it open to let the air in, it also lets loads and loads of dust in. So it's quite a dusty room anyway. My bedding was changed only yesterday, so I'm not going to bother with that. but I've got to say it's been nice being able to get back into the bedroom on a daily basis and give it a good clean. So the bin I emptied out earlier on, when I was doing the kitchen, I just quickly went round and grabbed all the bins from the rest of the house so that I could put all of the rubbish out. It's bin day tomorrow, so I just need to put a new liner in that bin there. All of my, they're not like stainless steel, like aluminium, I don't know, all my metal bins are going to be replaced with like wicker ones, I think, like wicker waste paper baskets. I think they're just a bit kinder on the eye, and these ones are starting to rust a little bit where the moisture is getting to them as well. So in this corner over here, it's a little bit chaotic at the moment. Where my husband was looking for like carry-on bags and stuff like that, we pulled out quite a lot of the suitcases. My daughter also went away with her boyfriend for a week, so she borrowed my suitcase. So we've got cases everywhere. We've got ladders everywhere where I'm trying to do projects. In those boxes, those 2 boxes there, I have the new slimline Christmas trees for downstairs. I didn't really want to put them in the loft, considering we haven't got that long left until they're going to be down again, and I'll be putting them up kind of mid-November. I am an early bird, and I will be doing a video. I will be doing a video of the Christmas trees getting decorated. So I'm just going to leave them out for now, but I'm going to tuck them in closer to the wall, because now that my husband and I have separated, I'm going to move the chest of drawers I used to have here back over here. I did tuck them in underneath my desk because where my husband was sleeping all day, I couldn't use my desk for editing, because obviously he was in here asleep. I can't be sat here doing a voiceover with him snoring in the background, and he can't be sleeping with me sat there doing a voiceover in the background. So I kind of wrote this space off. But now I can move the chest of drawers back over here. I did break them in the process, but I did fix them. The bottom, there's like a bottom support there underneath that bottom drawer, and when it arrived I noticed there was like a knot where the screw goes in, and of course the knot almost immediately popped out and the screw doesn't hold it anymore, so I've got to get some wood glue and just kind of screw it and peg it as best I can and glue it. But yeah, I did fix it afterwards, it's fine now. So I'm trying to make this little space over here back into kind of a editing / craft space again, like I used to have it. So I've got my laptop on here, I've got my sewing machine on here, my microphone, my cables, and my computer chair so that I can sit here and edit for you. I'm sat here right now doing this voiceover for you. So it's really nice to have this space back in action again. It was very much wasted space. I did have a printer on here. I'm really annoyed. I bought this Canon printer, you can probably see it on the landing there, and I think I printed maybe 4 or 6 sheets off of it, and now it won't take the paper. It sits there and makes this horrible grinding noise, and we've checked inside, there's nothing blocking it or anything like that. So we did this Google search, and apparently there's this spring on the bottom that's utter rubbish, and that's why it won't feed the paper. Yeah, I've maybe printed 4-6 sheets maximum since I've had this printer, and already it's completely useless. You know, it's written itself off. Don't buy a Canon printer, guys. Absolute rubbish. I'm so annoyed. But yeah, just going to quickly throw the hoover around in here, and that is this room nice and done. I'm going to be moving those ladders out into the shed just as soon as I can. I hate having the ladders in here, I really do. And I'll pop the suitcases back up in the loft, and that should be the bedroom nice and clear and functional for me. I'm looking forward to kind of being able to spread my clothes out a bit. My husband has way more clothes than I do, way more, and so mine are kind of squeezed up in one little side of the wardrobe, so it'll be nice to have a little bit more space for my clothes once he's moved out. So next up is going to be toilet and bathroom. I do not know what happened in this bathroom overnight. I cleaned this bathroom yesterday morning, and somehow overnight we have gone through 3 flannels, what was it, two towels, 1 hand towel, which is normal, I change the hand towels every day anyway. I've got shampoo and conditioner sat in the bath. I've got razors and scrub mitts and everything on the side of it in one day. 1 day is all it takes for this bathroom to be completely destroyed at the moment. Nobody is thinking about cleaning up after themselves. I'm thinking I'm going to have to reinstate chores like when they were children. At the moment, my son is the only one who does chores. He gets paid £10 a week, which I wish it could be more, but I just can't afford it. And he does the washing up after dinner Monday to Friday. So yeah, I'm going to have to reinstate a few more chores, I think, to help us keep on top of this. So I'm trying out my new little spin scrubber. It's a little bit weird. It's more powerful than I thought it was going to be. And you have to kind of get used to the movement of it in your hands, because where it's spinning one way, if you're pushing against it, you get kind of resistance. But it did a pretty good job on the bathtub. It saved my back from a lot of pain. It did a good job on the tiles as well, so I think I'm going to keep it. I am going to try it next time with the extension arm that it came with, and it came with various different brushes and things like that. I'm definitely going to try the scrubby brush on the kitchen floor. This is like a microfiber pad. It seems to work perfectly for the bathtub and the tiles. It's giving them a nice polish. It's almost like mopping a car. I think they call it mopping. There's like the, you know, the car cleaner machine things. I've seen it on the car show that my husband used to watch. I'm sure it's called mopping, but it's very much like that, just bathtub scale. Give that a rinse out and that's done, and then it's on to the dreaded shower screen, shower screen, whatever you want to call it. I'm really so tempted to take this out. I know I complain about it every single time I do the bathroom. I'm so sorry. You're probably all fed up of hearing me whinging about it, but I hate it so much. I really just want my shower curtain back. It was so much nicer, and I could actually reach the taps to clean them. I find I have to get into the bath now to clean the taps and the tiles behind the shower, and then I've just got muddy feet in the bath that I've just cleaned. But if I clean the shower and the door first, then the splashing from me cleaning the actual bathtub re-dirties those. There's no real winning. I either have to get rid of this or I have to frost it. I can't keep looking at it every day dirty. Even the Viacal is struggling now to get rid of the hard water marks. We are in an incredibly hard water area. Oh, it's a nightmare. One of these days, guys, I'm going to get a shower curtain. Maybe I'll get a Santa one. That'd be nice, actually. A Santa shower curtain for Christmas, or a gingerbread one. That might be quite nice, actually. But yeah, going in with my trusty little window vac. I love this thing. Everybody should have one. If you're considering, do it. They're great. They really are. They make it so much easier to clean glass. Certainly this horrible shower door. So next up is going to be the sink. I'm going to use a flannel because I've run out of microfibers. I went and did my daughter's bedroom the other day, and I literally bought out 10 loads of laundry, used up all my microfiber cloths, and so I'm down to cleaning with flannels. It's not very hygienic. They'll go in a nice hot wash after this, but yeah, I'm down to cleaning with flannels. It is what it is. And the last room on my hit list today is going to be the toilet and bathroom. Sorry, the toilet. I've done the bathroom, haven't I? The toilet, yeah. So I'm going through there with Zoflora wipes as usual, and I'll just use a little bit of Harpic in the bowl, get everything dusted off. It's mainly dust in here that's been an issue. But I've got to say that recently, since my husband's been away, there's been less puddles. There's been less puddles around the toilet, and there's been less less little hairs, let's say, around the toilet bowl as well. I've got to admit, I've been enjoying that part of it. Do you know, I think there's going to be a day when I miss the little puddles, but it's not today. Today I'm loving it. So this is the last little room that I'm going to be cleaning, and then I will leave it for today. So I shall leave you with me cleaning the last little bit. I shall wish you a very happy week, and I will see you in the next one, which probably will be up at my sister's over on my other channel. I will link it in the description, and I will see you guys next time. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Sorry about the waffling. Bye guys.